guys, so in this video we're going to be taking a look at a few different licks and techniques that Nick Johnston uses in his playing. Nick Johnston has a really cool and unique sound, and a lot of that sound comes from how he picks certain notes. His legato technique especially is very recognisable. So we're going to have a look at all that kind of stuff. So yeah, we're practicing in the key of B minor at the moment, so the jam at the start of the video was in B minor as well, so we're going to be looking at a few licks that I played in that little clip. So to start with, we're going to look at this bend from the very start of the video. So it's on fret 9 on the G string. So instead of just doing a bend straight up, what Nick Johnston might do is he'll add like a rake at the start. So you get a little rake, do a double, and then on top of that he might add a little quarter note or a half note bend before the full bend, so you get like a that kind of thing. You can also do it with a pre-bend, so you come down and then up. But yeah, so it's definitely something you'll hear Nick Johnston doing a lot. But yeah, he plays a lot of like rakes on bends especially, and just other notes. A lot of vibrato. But yeah, try and play around with that. So the next thing we're going to look at is a cool hybrid picking lick. Again, something that Nick Johnston does a lot is hybrid picking. This lick in particular is really cool. I quite like this one. It's one that I use a lot. So it's like a B minor arpeggio, but it highlights the 9th and the 11th of the chord. So we're going to start on fret 7 of the E string, and we're going to pick that, and then we're going to hybrid pick the A string, fret 5, and we're going to hammer onto fret 9. Now we're going to pick the D string, fret 7, and then we're going to hybrid pick fret 6 on the G and hammer onto fret 9. Then we're going to pick fret 7 on the B, hybrid pick fret 5 on the E and hammer onto fret 9. So we've got a little pattern there: pick, hybrid, pick, hybrid, pick, hybrid. So that's quite a cool little ascending lick on its own there, but we're also going to add the descending portion of that as well. So when we descend through this lick, or this arpeggio even, we're going to play that completely legato, so we're not going to pick any notes. So, and again, that's something that you'll find Nick Johnston doing a lot, is on a lot of like descending scales or arpeggios, he'll play it pretty much completely legato, or with very little picking going on, compared to ascending scales or arpeggios. So yeah, it's quite a cool one. And obviously you can play around with like the phrasing of that and the timing as well. You could do triplets. But yeah, it's a cool one. And obviously that can then lead into other stuff as well. So like I say, we're in the key of B minor. So if we wanted to add in the 6th and get a Dorian sound, which I think I did in the jam at the start of the video, so we could head towards that 6th. Yeah, we could get it there. We could go. Something like that. That was a bit sloppy, but yeah, it's a cool lick. Obviously, you can apply that technique to other arpeggios as well, with the hybrid picking. So the next thing we're going to look at is a little kind of like a blues lick. Nick Johnston is very much influenced by Stevie Ray Vaughan. I think if you look on YouTube, you can find like a couple of videos where he's talking about guitarists who he's influenced by, and Stevie Ray Vaughan always comes up. And something that Nick does a lot is this kind of like little Stevie Ray Vaughan style lick. So all we're doing there is we're thinking pentatonic or like blues scale. Fret 7 on the E string, we're going to hammer onto fret 10 and pull off. Fret 10 on the B, 7, 9 on the E, and then we're going to pull off the fret 7 and straight away do a really quick slide back and forth from 7 to 8. Again, that's something you'll hear Nick Johnston doing all the time, and then obviously you can then carry that on down like through the blues scale or whatever. Again, we're hybrid picking as well, coming down that blues scale. Again, you know, something Nick Johnston does a lot. So I'm using that middle finger on the picking hand to pick out some of the notes there. So all I'm doing is just descending through the blues scale and picking out some of the notes with the middle finger on the picking hand. But yeah, next up, where did we go in the? I'm trying to think what I played in that jam at the start. Something like that. Yeah, and then that brings us on to the next lick actually. So this next one, again, it's like a hybrid picking lick. This is going to be descending. So this lick, I like to think of it in terms of the like relative like major scale. So we're in B minor, but the parent major scale of B minor is D major. So with this lick in particular, I always think of it as like the D major scale, 3 notes per string. I think just because it's like a really common, you know, it's one of the first shapes that a lot of people learn for the major scale. Camera stopped recording there because I was rambling for too long, ran out of memory. That was kind of irrelevant anyway. That was just me talking about how I visualise it on the fretboard. But anyway, we're going to start on fret 14 on the E string, and we're going to pick that, and then we're going to pull off to 12 and 10. Then we're going to pick fret 14 on the B, hybrid pick 12 on the E and pull off to 10. Then we're going to pick the 14 on the B again and hybrid pick the 10 on the E. Now that pattern's going to kind of continue now, descending through the scale. So I'll just go through the notes anyway. So we've done the first bit, then we got 14 on the B, 12, 10, 14 on the G, 10 on the B, so 14 on the G, 12, 11, 14 on the D, and 11 on the G. Oh, I missed a bit. Pull off there. Same again on the D, so we got 14, 12, 11, 14 on the A, 12, 11, hybrid pick again, and then again on the A, we got 14, 12, 10. And then once you've got that basic pattern, you can start adding more notes in there. So so you get some extra hammer-ons. But that's a really cool one. It's because it's like a repeated pattern. It's quite easy to build up the speed on that, and it can sound really cool. Oops. And you want to try and get a little bit of palm muting in there as well. Again, that's kind of really in keeping with Nick Johnston's sound is those palm muted notes. But yeah, cool. Next, where did we go after that? We went through the yeah, a little bend there. So yeah, this is a good one actually. So this is coming back to that thing about raking on the bends and also adding in the little kind of like half bends or quarter bends. So we've got that, but also something that Nick Johnston does a lot is he'll be playing on the neck pickup and then switch to the bridge pickup mid bend, and it gives this really cool sound of like the note kind of opening up a little bit like a wah pedal. Like if you imagine going from like the heel to the toe of a wah pedal, it's kind of like that effect. So yeah, kind of like. Oops, that wasn't very good. But yeah, so just kind of. It's quite cool. Okay, so the final lick we're going to look at is a legato lick. We're going to start off on fret 10 on the B string. And we're going to do 4 chromatic notes. We're going to pull off from 10 down to 7, and from there we're then going to play the 10 on the G, so we've got a bit of the blues scale going there, and then we're going to hybrid pick the 9 on the B string and then pull off to 7 again. Then we're going to pick the 10 again on the G and hybrid pick the 7 on the B again. So we got from there we're going to do a hammer on and pull off from 7 to 8. We're then going to play the 10 on the G, pull off to 9, 7, and then slide to 6. And then if we had a little bit of palm muting as well. And then we're going to finish off that lick descending through the scale. So So all we're doing there is just going through the minor scale, the Dorian scale actually. So we've got 6, 7, 9 hammer-ons, pull-offs, then we're going to go to the D string, 9, 7, 6 pull-offs, and then we're going to go hammer-ons, pull-offs, A string, pull-offs. Again, we're not picking many notes here, it's pretty much all legato. And then we're just going to finish it off by sliding up to fret 9, which is the 5th. So yeah, I'll just run through that one more time. Oops. But yeah, that's quite a cool one. Again, with these like chromatic notes, that's something that Nick does a lot. And it just gives that kind of like outside sound. Yeah, it's pretty cool. But yeah, just a few things anyway there to have a go at. Hope you enjoyed watching the video. If you got any questions, just drop a comment. I'm going to put tabs for all of these licks in the description as well if you want those. But yeah, thanks for watching, and hopefully see you again next time.